Launching an ecom brand is not easy, and today was a perfect representation of that. And I just want to document this process and show you the lessons that I've learned today, especially around suppliers. And then towards the end, I actually need your opinion on this entire thing so that you can leave it in the comments and I can take feedback on what to do next. Today, I jumped on a call with our first supplier. I don't know if you knew the whole story, but I made a video about this where we actually had an issue with our supplier that they basically scammed us out of £2,500 and didn't complete the project, and we actually had to part ways with them because it wasn't going the way that we were expecting. It took them 5 months to do sampling. They didn't communicate with us. They wasn't interested in sorting out our packaging and giving us pricing on that. So we had to part ways and find a new supplier. But right now, I'm in the process of trying to get that money back. Whether we will or not is a different question. Hopefully we do, but that's business at the end of the day. And I'm going to put a clip in now of how the call went down with that supplier today and kind of the conversation we're having to have with them to try and get our money back. Do they understand what has happened? If like everything was great and you guys did everything right but you just couldn't get the flavour right, then I would understand. But like for there to be a very slow communication, sample delays of 3 weeks plus, and Ryan to be completely uninvolved and not to help with the packaging, and then for you to admit that you can't get the flavour right, like that's like the complete opposite of what we paid for. You can't just justify all of that through the fact that you sent us samples. I mean, the best outcome for us is a full refund, because we, like this, if a partial refund in my eyes would have been fine if from the beginning to the end of those 5 months, which by the way, it shouldn't have took 5 months for us to even get through that process, then if that was all done smoothly and we had a great communication, you guys was on it and you responded to us and there wasn't 3+ week delays with no replies, then I would have said, you know what, a partial refund is fair because you just can't get the flavour right, and that's understandable. But the reason this actually came up was because it took so long and there was delays and poor communication and Ryan was uninvolved. And it's like, if I was to flip that on you guys and say, like, I'm going to do your job and that was the outcome that you got from us, would you want to pay any money to me? Probably not. Just because a few things were done right, because they were supposed to be, it doesn't mean that the service was delivered. It wasn't delivered. Okay, and second to that, we talked to our new supplier today, and I finally got back the costs of what it's going to be to actually launch our product, and what it's going to cost per unit essentially. And the biggest lesson that I've learned today from these suppliers is the fact that if you use sachets for your product, the price is literally double. And this is the biggest issue that I'm having at the moment, is I need to figure out whether or not we're actually going to do sachets for our brand. And right now, it's looking like we're not. So if we use sachets, our price for our product literally doubles. So one thing that I'm trying to figure out is, one, why are brands even doing sachets? Because in my opinion, it doesn't make sense. There's better ways to create a product that is portable, which is what we're working on right now, is trying to come up with a new way where the sachet element is still involved, where people can take it on the go with them, but they don't need the sachet. One, the brands don't have to pay for it, and two, it's less plastic, and three, it's going to be reusable for the customer. So it's good for the brand mostly because they save on cost, and that brings the price down of the whole product for the customer. So people are going to get these products that are in sachets at a much more affordable price. And this door, man. And that's what we want to achieve with our product right now, is I'm trying to work on a solution, because as a founder, that's what we need to do. We need to come up with a solution for it and not just like disregard the idea. So we still want a good cost for our product and a good price for our customer, but we also need to make sure that portable element is still there, because it is an electrolyte blend, and that is something what people need to take on the go regardless. Coming up with a solution for that right now, and what we're thinking is some kind of tube that is reusable, and it's the perfect size tube for a serving of our product. Sachets is right now just a no-go, so we're coming up with a solution to still get both portable, the portable sachet element, but without the sachet itself. And I think that is going to be a little bit tricky. But if you have any suggestions for that, just leave it in the comments, because I would love to know how we can kind of get around that, like not using sachets, but still having a portable product for people. It is going to come in a pouch. And then in the pouch, I was thinking to have like a scoop, but not like a normal scoop where you pour it into your bottle straight away. A scoop that you can scoop it up, and it's like sealable, and you can put it in your bag and you can take it with you, and then you can use that tube to pour into your water wherever you get. So it's still a sachet. It's just like a reusable sachet. So yeah, that's the big thing that I need help with at the moment, is if you have any suggestions in terms of how we can accomplish that, let me know, whether we have to like manufacture it from scratch or the suppliers that already do it. I have looked around, I haven't really found anything. I've found like tubes and stuff, but they're all really big and wouldn't be like the right size. But yeah, this is our finished packaging. This is what it looks like. I mean, we might change a couple of things. We're not sure. We're still undecided on flavors and things like that. We're still testing a few flavors before we fully decide on one. But this is what it's going to look like. And we've got a mystery ingredient in there that we've not actually told people yet, which we will eventually. And the only thing that might need to go is this Rip Mix Revive, because there's no longer going to be a sachet so far, unless we can find a way to get that cost down for the actual sachet, which seems unlikely considering the difference. But like Rip Mix Revive doesn't make sense. We're going to need something here. Could be like Scoop Mix Revive. I don't know. We're going to need to come up with a different word for the mix, than Rip, sorry. The rest can stay the same, but yeah, this is the packaging. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any anything you can add to it or anything you would take away or tweak, let me know. But yeah, if you also want to join the early access list for this so that you can find out what our secret ingredient is first, then just click the link in the description.